Hey everybody, hi, welcome to Downwarddogrising. It's Traci here, inviting you to join me for a little yin evening workout to mellow out from your day. It's a spinal mobility sequence, so it's going to be chill. We won't do a lot of poses, so it'll help you wind down. If you've had a busy week, tomorrow's Friday. It's enough to get you through the last day of the week. Okay, so join me. You just need to get a mat and maybe your water, and let's get started. All right, so let's start seated. I'm gonna take you into butterfly pose. So I want you to bring the soles, the bottoms of your feet together, and then just be equal on each one of your sits bones. You don't want to feel like you're leaning into one hip more than the other. And then basically, what I want you to do is lift up your heart, and then you're gonna really sit tall and stretch upwards so you can feel the bones you're sitting on sink down into your mat underneath you. So as you keep lifting up through your spine, feel how your legs just naturally drop outward a little bit more. So you want to sit tall, breathing in, breathing out. If you want a cushion to sit on, you can sit on a cushion. If your hips feel tight doing this, or if your low back feels tight, grab a folded up blanket or a yoga block and sit on it. All right. So we're just using our mind to connect into our body, and how the relationship between the mind and body go back and forth. If your body feels good, it helps you have a positive outlook. And if you have positive thoughts, it helps you to have good feelings in your body as well. So it's like a positive feedback loop. So we're just going to go inward here. Find your center. And just feel anywhere that's tight and just release. With each exhale, you let the tension release. You might find a little point where it feels like you're hitting a wall. If that happens, just continue to breathe through it. And then the fascia, the bone, starts to feel like it's opening. The deep tissue. And that's what's so beneficial about this. It goes deeper than our muscles, into our connective tissue. Once you start to feel a release, if you want, you can start to stretch forward a little more. If you can go deeper than I am, please do so. Just lengthening spine, lifting up, stretching over the legs. You can bring a yoga block under your forearms if you like. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel how your low back pulls apart. And inhale and exhale. Just breathe, stay here with it. Keep spine reaching long, hip hinge. Maybe open shoulders and chest just by stretching arms to the sides of your body a little bit. Stay here and breathe. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Go a little deeper when you feel a give of release. Let's take one more deep inhale. Slowly lift top of head away from tailbone. Next, what I want you to do is bring your knees together. And then I want you to just stretch your arms all the way above you. Really lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Stand up. And deep exhale, bring arms down by sides 2 more times. Deep inhale, you're rising up from the side. It looks like this. You're rising up. And then you're just inhale, open the arms. One more time, you're gonna inhale, rise up. And then exhale, just open the arms. Excellent. We're gonna do half butterfly. So you have one leg straight out. Bring the sole of your foot to the inside of your thigh this time. And then what I want you to do here, the sole of your foot is gonna come to the inside of your thigh. And then I want you to root down equally into each one of your sits bones. And then I want you to elevate your heart. And we're just gonna slowly turn, and we're gonna bring our breastbone right over the center of our thigh here. So from here, you're gonna lift up your heart. You wanna stretch spine tall. We can just bring our hands by our sides. We're gonna elevate up, breathe in. If you need a little extra support, you can bring your hands under your knee. Otherwise, you're gonna stretch up and then hinge forward from the hips. We're just gonna reach towards our foot, towards our ankle. You can grab your toes if you like. We're just keeping our pelvis equally weighted on the mat. Stay here and breathe. Each exhale, go to your edge. Commit to staying into the stretch. You're not forcing beyond what feels right. You'll feel like you're almost forcing, but not quite. You're still sustainable. It'll feel like you're working, but you're not overdoing it. And then you'll start to feel a give. You'll start to feel a release without rounding your back. You lift your heart, hinge. If you have osteoporosis, you wouldn't go far forward. You would just keep your heart up and just get a little deep stretch into the back of the thigh, into the hip. You wouldn't go beyond this. You would just keep your spine reaching long so you feel a stretch in the low back without going too far. Stay here and breathe. Even have a yoga block to put your forearm on. Use this time to check in with yourself. Where are your thoughts going? How does your body feel? Where's the tension? Use the exhale to release. Keep spine reaching long. Remember, it's just a hinge forward from the hips. Feel that lumbodorsal fascia between back of ribs, back of pelvis. That releases, back of thigh. Take one more deep inhale. Slowly lift head away from the tailbone. Gently come in. Now we're going to slide this one leg in, and then we're going to slide this other leg out. We're going to take the bottom of our foot to the inside of our groin, to our inner thigh. And then you just want to root down. Make sure you're not leaning into your pelvis. So you want to be equally weighted across each sits bone, so your hips feel like they're level. You're not like too far to one side. And then I want you to elevate, lift up your heart, sink down into the bottom of your pelvis. And after you feel your spine, you inhale on your length. You're lengthening up on the inhale. Feel how your breastbone, we're going to take it right over the inside of our thigh. We're going to lift our heart. Maybe take hands under the knee for some support. You can put a little pillow under the knee if you need a little extra support. Go for it. We're going to keep stretching our spine tall. And then we're going to hip hinge over front mid-thigh. Grab your ankle. Reach for your toes. Reach for your foot. But make sure you don't round your back. If you have osteoporosis, herniated discs, make sure you don't force anything too far over. You might just stay right like this with your hands supporting under your knee. And you might work on elevating your heart with a little hip hinge, so you can feel your hip release here and your hamstring back of thigh and your low back stretch without overdoing it. So we're just going to stay here and breathe. We're not forcing anything in Yin. Your eye gaze is soft. You don't want piercing eyes. You want your energy to be soft, receptive, yielding. Coolness, nighttime, moon energy, water, earth, dragon, mystery, dark, all represent feminine energy, yin qualities. We just try to balance our energy from day to day, since modern day is yang, active, sun energy, getting things done at a fast pace. So we're just trying to do the opposite now, winding down so we can conserve our energy and replenish it. Elevate your heart, hip hinge. Feel a give, go a little deeper. We can hold our pose longer than 90 seconds. We can start to go deeper into the myofascial release. The bodies can even produce hyaluronic acid, which has a really high affinity for supporting your joints. Lengthen your breastbone, hip hinge. If you have osteoporosis, remember you're not coming too far forward. Breathe into the back sides of rib cage, expansion. Feel a give, go a little deeper, give a little more, receive the benefit. Go a little deeper. When you feel a give, it's going deeper than the muscle into the fascia. Unwind. Yin releases tension from our bodies, which is necessary. Keep lengthening your breastbone. Feel the opening of the fascia, a myofascial release. Couple more deep inhales here. One more deep inhale. And softly, we're going to slowly rise up to the top of our head, lift and lengthen up. And then from here, gently bring this leg in. Bring your feet together. Then we're just going to do a little windshield wiper, side to side a few times. Release your back, your hips. And then we're going to go one more time into this little extension. You're just going to bring your feet together, your knees together, lift up your heart, open, lengthen. Exhale, bring both arms down by sides. So you're going to rise up, heart to sky. Hands come down by sides. One more time, rise up. Tiny little back bend through the middle of your back. Gently bring arms down again. All right, shake out your knees for a moment. Again, if you want to modify, you can sit on a yoga block. You would bring your sits bones directly on top of the block, and that can do, it can give you more space through the side of your waist between ribs and hips if you have tight hip flexors, or if your low back that wants to do this. Whenever you go to sit, if your low back feels like it wants to fall, and it's really hard to sit up straight right here with your ribs stacked above pelvis, then for sure you want to stack up on a yoga blanket or a block. We're going to do a little caterpillar next. So what I want you to do here, you can flex your feet if you like. If you have a strap or something, you could wrap it around the bottoms of your feet. And then you could, if you have a belt or something, just wrap it over your feet, lift your heart, and hold like this. And that's how you would do it if you have osteoporosis. You're not going to go real far forward. If you were to do this, I'll show you a little thing you could do. You can tip ever so gently. You could tip your hip bones a little bit forward to put a little extra pull back here so you don't have to go down as far, but you can maintain a deep stretch. And then the back here feels elongated, and you'll feel the slight pull of the back of the hamstring going into the glute. So you can do it that way too, like that. So do that. If you don't want to come, if you can't come too far forward as a modification, you can have your hands come under the knees, open your heart. So go to where you can, go to your edge, commit, and stay here, focus inward. Observe any thoughts that may come up. See where the tension in your body lies. Direct your focus to that area, inhale into it, and gently release. Maybe you'll hinge from the hips, grabbing your ankles. Maybe you'll grab pinky toe sides of feet. Keep lifting heart through the arms. Stay here and focus. If you're coming further forward, you're not going to be able to do that little thing I told you where your hips roll forward. It's going to feel better to stay on your sits bones firm and just hinge, hinge, hinge. Keep the front of the ribs away from the hips. Hip hinge. And stay here and breathe. Reach heart through arms. Spine is long. When you feel a give, go a little deeper. Breastbone long. Take another deep inhale. Softly, slowly release. Lengthen head up out of your center. Slowly come up. Shake out those knees. We're going to come into Sphinx next. So we're just going to slide down. I'm going to have you roll onto your abdominals. So we're going to come all the way to our mat. We're going to extend our legs straight back behind us. And I want you to have your legs together. Your hips, keep them firm on the mat. Avoid letting your back arch up like that. So you want to feel how your hip bones, they're super firm on the mat. You want to feel how your low back elongates, your tailbone is long, and I want you to have your elbows directly under your shoulders, and then spread your fingers wide on the mat, so your fingers are spread wide, your elbows are under the shoulders. You're going to feel support across your upper mid-back. Let the tops of your feet press into the mat. Your pubic bone is heavy against the mat with your tailbone lengthening behind you so that there's space opening in the low back. Push into your elbows and your palms. Your forearms are strong. So this is wonderful to do if you're at the computer all day. You need to counter sitting at the computer. Collarbones wide, chest open, pull heart through arms. Lift from pubic bone to breastbone, pubic bone to navel. Eye gaze is soft, jaw is soft, mouth is soft. And gently press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Neck is soft. If you wish to advance this, what you can do is go into seal. If this is enough, stay here. Seal, extend your arms, press palms away. Keep low back feeling like it's spacious. You don't want to feel like it compresses. And you're just lengthening sides of neck, shoulders relax. Any tension in shoulders, neck, or low back, come further down, come closer to mat. Meaning walk hands further away from you. Hands walk further away to release tension. Think of your core like a hammock, lifting from pubic bone to navel, giving some support to stay like this. One more deep inhale. Slowly make your way down. Wiggle hips from side to side. Release. Bring your forehead to the backs of your hands. And slowly nod head side to side for a gentle neck release. Feel the energy of Ajna, wisdom center. Inhaling and exhaling, gently return back to the center. From here, gently, we're going to take our hands under the shoulders. And then I want you to drop your shoulders down away from the ears. Slowly inhale, exhale. You're going to rise up to the hands and the knees. And now take it back into a little rest pose. If you need a little extra support in your knees, like I sometimes do, then you're going to have your toes curl under so it's not all the weight in the knees. Part of the weight comes into the balls of your feet. And then I want you to feel like you're stretching breastbone forward through the arms. Allow your sits bones to stretch behind you. And just stay here and breathe. Maybe you reach through the fingertips. Feel the stretch from the armpits down into the fingertips. Stay here and breathe. Maybe the tops of the feet are on the mat underneath you. And my feet hurt too bad to do this right now. Oh, and my knees hurt, so I'm just going to sort of drop. Yep. Stay where you're at, wherever you need to be. You could do a slight adjustment like I just had to. And you can also take your hands by your sides. This feels better for me right now. Palms to sky, shoulders down and back. You could have your forehead on a pillow or a yoga block. And hip hinge forward. Feel the back is lengthened and neutral. Stay here and breathe. Release any worry, release any anxiety, any worries, regrets about the past, any worries, anxiety about the future. Just release all of it and just be present right now in the moment. Just breathe. Center and calm, relaxed. Feel grounded. Come into your own energy field. Imagine a golden light surrounding your aura, your energy field, keeping any negativity at bay. Slowly, we're going to take our hands under the shoulders, press to hands and knees. We're going to do one more. What I want you to do here, we're going to walk our legs through I don't feel like crossing my ankles and just sitting through, so I'm just gonna roll to my hip like that and bring my legs this way. All right, you can do whatever feels right for you. We're gonna come all the way down to our mat, and you can just kind of ease on down. It's the end of the day. Relax your shoulders, relax the neck. We're just gonna take our knees, feel like your hip bones face directly above you, so your spine is long on that. And then I'm going to have you lift up your knees, and we're going to gently start to rock our knees to one side. So you're just gently rolling. So say you have osteoporosis. I'm not having you twist your spine. I'll do it this direction. Your tailbone is on the mat here under you, and you would just let your knees sway a little bit so that you feel the elongation without twisting your pelvis off the mat. So that's really important for you. You would just go this far, keep shoulders down into the mat. You can keep head neutral center. That's modified. If you want to go deeper, you just sway legs a little deeper. And we come into our reclined twist, but you're not going to twist with osteoporosis. You won't go all the way down. For a deeper stretch, head can look opposite way. So tonight we stretched our spine in all directions to help with our mobility. One more deep inhale here. Slowly make your way back to the center. Make sure you feel like your hips are directly under your shoulders. And again, if you have osteoporosis, you're going to keep your hips. Notice how my hips are still facing to the sky. What I'm doing here, I'm just doing this little sway so I can open up the bottom of my ribs, stretch away from my hip, and I can just elongate in between each rib. I can get a little stretch through there without injuring my spine or my hips. So it's just a little stretch over. So you just let your knees drop a little bit. So you would keep your tailbone down. So non-modified, you'd go deeper, and you'd allow your knees to twist over. Your head can stay centered. Your shoulders are down and back. Or you could look the opposite way. Create a stretch for your neck. So our knees are with our hips. We're just getting a nice stretch here through the side of our waist, protecting our back. I'm going to come up a little bit. There we go. That just feels better for me. Breathing in, breathing out. Look the other way. One more deep inhale. Slowly you're going to return back to the center. What I want you to do here is just hug your knees to your chest. Maybe extend, bend your legs a couple times. Lengthen, extend. And then just maybe hug in a little bit. Rock side to side, as long as that's okay on your low back. Inhale, exhale. Maybe have hands pull knees in. Just make sure your back is close to mat. Inhale, exhale, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale, one more time. Without osteoporosis, keep head down if you have it. Just breathe into mid-back, release, breathe into mid-back, release, one more time, and slowly release down. All right, we're just gonna bring our arms over our head, stretch arms above you. Feel a nice stretch through your spine. Inhale, exhale. All right, inhale, exhale. And the last thing I'm going to have you do, crisscross the left ankle over the right. So the left ankle is going to be over the right like this. And then if it feels better for you not to have your legs, when you have the left ankle go over the right, you could actually have your legs go a little bit to the right. If that's too much on your spine, keep just the ankle crossed with the legs straight down. You would take the right hand, grab the left wrist, banana asana. We're going to stretch up into the side slightly. As you pull that left wrist overhead, you're going to stretch the entire left side of the spine as you stretch right. If your shoulders hike up, fold elbows back behind head. I just did that. My fan's in the way. Didn't want to hit the fan, so my elbows are bent behind my head. We're just re-lengthening the whole side, a little spinal lateral flexion. So feel the whole left side stretch apart. Keep hip bones to sky. If it's too much on the low back, you would keep legs straight, just cross the ankles. You wouldn't have to bring your legs to the side a little. Feel space along the whole left side of your spine. Ribs out of hips. Deep inhale. Slowly release. Come back center. Uncross your ankles. Extend arms and legs. Oppositional energy. Reach fingers away from toes. Lengthen apart. So modified, just take your right ankle, crisscross over the left ankle. Don't worry about bringing your legs over to the left. If you want a little deeper stretch, you would slide your legs a little bit to the left. Left hand grabs right wrist. Stretch up, up, up. Gently pull the left shoulder and left hip closer towards each other. And feel the whole right side of your spine lengthen. And again, if this is too much to have legs a little bit left, you'd keep the legs straight, just crisscrossing at the ankles, just to have it not be as intense. Arms can be lengthening overhead. If it hikes shoulders, bend elbows behind head. Gently pull on right wrist as you stretch left. Now you're going to feel the entire right side of the spine lengthen. Ribs out of hips. Breathe. Tailbone long. Decompressing your joints. Decompressing your mind. Soften your elbows if your shoulders tense up. Ribs expand. One more deep inhale here. Slowly recenter, realign. Uncross your ankles. Legs reach long. Your arms are going to reach overhead. Really stretch ribs out of hips. Lengthen apart. Fingers away from toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stretch apart. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. And let's just end in a little shavasana. Relax your shoulders, relax your head and your neck, relax your legs, relax your toes, relax your feet. Let the mat just hold you, absorb your energy. And just let your knees fall wherever they may, your ankles, your feet. Just relax everything. You can stay here as long as you need. Just hit pause. Gently, we're going to start to wiggle our toes, wiggle our feet. Just bring our awareness. Move gently. All right, we're going to just take our arms, stretch overhead, lengthen, bend those knees. Slowly roll to one side. Just taking a moment to come all the way up. Relax your shoulders. Slowly we're going to press into our top hand. Keep this shoulder down. Press up to a seated position. All right. We're just going to sit with our legs crossed in our easy pose now. Just take a second, recenter. Notice how your body feels now. Notice how your energy's calm, that your mind isn't racing. You just feel kind of peaceful, relaxed. That's yin. That's the yin quality of calming, slowing down, without feeling like you have to just be constantly in motion. Just relax. Hold on to this for the rest of your evening. Relax so you could just get a good night's sleep. All right, deep inhale. Bring hands to heart. Prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Bring hands to heart. And thank you for joining me. Appreciate you. Take care. Peace. If you like my channel, please share, hit like or subscribe. I appreciate your support. Bye. Take care.